Hello family and friends and fellow YouTubers, it's Kim here from Kim's Country Corner, also known as Hancock Homestead and Gardens. And today we are at the Hancock Homestead. It is Father's Day, so we are going to be here this evening celebrating with John. I think he's going to barbecue and the girls are going to be home. Paul's still in training, so but I'm sure he'll call. Anyways, today I am going to be working on a perimeter for a flower garden, and I had started this flower garden 2 years ago. I called it Paul's Garden. I also call it the Old Gate Garden because we're using old gates as the backdrop. And after we got the gates up and we planted a few cone flowers, that's all I ever got done with it. So this year I really want to try to push forward with it, and the first thing I want to do is make a perimeter for it so that you can just kind of tell where the garden is and John knows where to mow. And I'm going to be using these old 10-inch weather treated boards that we had used on the vegetable garden boxes. These were leftovers. And so I'm just going to be using them up. They're 5 feet wide. No, they're 5 feet long and they're 10 inches wide. And the length is fine, okay? I need them 5 feet long, that's fine. But I only want them 6 inches high. And so I'm going to be cutting these down. And we're out here by the shed where our electricity is at. And so, yeah, let me show you how I'm going to do this. Okay, here we go. So we're out here by the shed where the power is at, and forgive me that you can't see me. But my daughter has my tripod, so I'm trying to make what my brother calls a hillbilly tripod, where you can see me and the boards. Okay, so I have these 2 benches, and I have my board laying across the benches with a space in between them. And this would be a whole lot easier if you had a table saw, but I don't. I'm just going to be using a circular saw. So I want the boards 6 inches wide. And this here metal part happens to be 6.5 inches. So that's about perfect. I'm just going to leave it like that. And I'm going to use this as my guide. And then that means I don't have to go through and mark all the boards. So I have them laid up there. I have this on the edge where I want it. And I just got it. 6-inch board, 10-inch board cut down to 6 inches. All right, so let me finish up these boards and then I'll show you the next step. This would be a little bit harder to do if that thing wasn't exactly 6.5 inches, which is what I want. If I had to go through and mark all these, that would not be as much fun. Of course, once I got one done, then I could just use it as a guide. But still, this is much easier. guys. Okay, so I've got the boards finished, and while I was doing them, I did get to thinking that I should have told you guys to be sure and wear safety glasses, because I did have some sawdust flying. It was flying in the opposite direction, so I was okay. But you should wear safety goggles, and I did go look for safety goggles because John keeps them around here, but I could not find any, of course. And my goal today is to get this done. So anyway, I thought I would show you the boards now that I have them cut, and move on to step 2. Alright, so there's my workspace. See, there's the shed, and that's where our electricity comes out of. We could take it out of the house too, but we just usually use the shed. And here's my workspace, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of sawdust, hence the safety goggles. And then here are my 6-inch boards that I'm going to be using for the perimeter. And there are the 4-inch boards, which I don't know. I'll leave them around. We always keep scrap wood around here because you just never know when you're going to have a project pop up like this. So, okay, let's go on to the next step. Okay, so the next step is to cut the corner post, and I'll be using this 4x4 to do that. Now, I'm not sure how good I'm going to do at this part. I've never cut a 4x4 before, but I'm going to try, okay? Sometimes in life you just have to try. So this thing's pretty heavy. I need for these to be 6 inches. I might go 8 since I have the room, but I'm definitely going to do 6, okay? Alright. Alright, so now I need a stick, a measuring stick. Oh, I guess I could use that thing again. Ah, never mind, because guess what? Remember, this thing is 6.5 inches, so I can just use it to measure again. There we go. Look at that. Alright, so since this is so wide, I have to flip it. This might be a little bit more challenging. Oh, come on. What's the hold up? I might have to wait until John gets home so he can show me the proper way to do that. I did it though. I did get it off. It's not very level, but yeah. So, alright, I guess I could just lay that down and go from there. Like I said, it's not an exact science today. Alright. I watched John do this before. I thought he only flipped it like once. Maybe, okay. Alright, yeah. Because it did go halfway through. I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay. These kind of boards I've done before. 4x4 posts I have not done before. Yeah, so that went halfway through, so now all I gotta do is meet it. I don't know if you can see that or not. Alright. I'm taking a break. Okay, so John agreed to screw it all together for me because that drill is just a little bit too much for me to handle. I do not have the upper body strength that John has. This is the old gate garden. That's what I call it, the old gate garden, because those are old gates that we had. They're no longer really usable. I also call it Paul's garden, because Paul used to like to climb up on those fences and watch his dad